Hello and welcome to Pixel Stabbers. LED technology has been advancing quite a bit. And with all the advance in LED technology, does it make sense to still use flash in my photography? Jeremy?
Well, there's a lot of alternative right now, and LED is being really advanced right now. For example, what we have here is the Light Motion CLx8. It's 8,000 watts. It could pretty much go against the sun.
Wow, that's pretty powerful. I don't know, man. I shoot a lot of flash photography, and sometimes I can gang up 4 flash and I can shoot against the sun. Can you really tell me this thing can shoot against the sun?
Totally.
Well, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I hear there's a lot of great things about this light, but one of the weaknesses is power. Like I've heard they actually have to get pretty close to the subject to light them efficiently.
Well, in fact, they do, but here's the fact.
Okay.
Number one point is if you do flash with the camera technology, they're all live views.
Yes.
So you hear the term, what you see is what you get.
Yes, I love it. I can just look at my screen and I can see what I take.
Can you say that with flash?
You know, that's a good point. Yeah, well, you got me there. Yeah.
So with LED, it's constant light. So really what you see is what you get.
Okay, that is actually good. Of course, with power in mind, if it does deliver the power I need, I think it's great.
You know, nowadays, photographer is not just about technique, it's about image too.
Yep.
Have you seen photographer, they shot with the flash and then tell the subject client, say, hey, hold on, let me check.
Yep.
Or basically, if you're shooting anything with live view, right? The light's there, set up, one click. Okay, let's move on. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool. And you know, now that you mention it, I'm going to agree with you. And I would say as a videographer myself, I think if I work with a photographer that has LED light, it actually benefits me as a videographer because I can shoot at 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, 120, 240 frames per second slow-mo, and I can still benefit off your light.
Oh yeah, especially if you're a pro team, right? You have photographers and videographer at the same team.
Exactly.
You can share the light. You don't have you seen those videos that you have like this bright lights blinking?
Yeah.
That's where the photographer flash comes in.
I'm guilty of that when I'm a wedding photographer too. I pretty much spray this the room with flash. The efficient, they don't like it very much. Just wrapping up with the power, it's not very powerful, right? So like in certain situations, you have to be pretty close to your subject.
For this light here is 8,000 watts, but I believe they came out with a new one with 10,000 watts, which is even more powerful.
More powerful, but yet its strength is definitely not as powerful as a flash. So now you sold me on the point that what you see is what you get. That's great. And I still want to say power is its weak point, but that's debatable, right?
How about refresh rate?
Ooh, okay.
Have you tried shoot someone, let's say, raining while they're dancing and try to capture? I wonder how you do that with flash.
Oh man, you're killing me with the waterproof and the refresh rate. I think you already killed me with the refresh rate in itself. Like I can shoot against really bright sunlight, but I still need a second to refresh. Or I might burst out a couple and my flash will overheat, then I'll need like 10-15 seconds, maybe a minute to cool down.
It's underwater and also kind of raining type of photo shoot in studio. It's quite popular right now. And most of those photographers will use constant light because there's no refreshing rate. You know, people are underwater, they're raining, and you're waiting for your flash to refresh. Seriously.
Okay, you got me there. When the water's pouring and the bridegroom is getting wet and my equipment is getting wet, I have less than 5 minutes to get a good shot. So if you can whip this out, get the shot, and not even worry about the waterproofing, you win. Hey, but what about price? Flash, I can get a professional Canon or Nikon flash for about $500, and that's a top of the line one. I can even get a cheaper one if I go aftermarket, but hey, I use quality stuff. I spend $500 per flash. Tell me this is less than that.
It's not less than that. But if you're a hobbyist and also if you're a pro, let's just put it this way. You do jobs, you make your money back. You want to have your best equipment and get your job done ASAP.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Why you buy a more expensive camera?
Because it looks good.
This also looks good. Look how pro this thing is.
It's a good size.
Yeah, it's more than enough for you to travel.
Yep.
But it's powerful enough for anything studio to outdoor. I mean, when's the last time you see someone can use a LED light outdoor go against the sun? I believe this is probably the only one I've seen.
You know, there are a couple of them, but they are quite a bit bulky. One comes to mind is the Aperture CLB120T, which I have. But I have to carry a big V-mount battery, and the light is probably about 3 times the size. Hey, wait. Where's the battery in this thing?
This is the battery right here.
No way. The battery's built in?
Yeah, it lasts for 55 minutes in full power.
Holy cow. Okay.
And
so,
waterproof. Did I mention waterproof? I did.
Yes,
right?
yes. Waterproof, refresh rate, what you see is what you get. But I'm still winning you on price. Flash is a little bit cheaper. And also, max power output, flash is stronger. But yes, you have the refresh rate over me.
So
cool.
when you say about price, yes, there's an expensive flash too. Monocolor, photo.
Oh, yes.
So when you compare that to this, it makes more sense.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Of course, you compare with a little speed light. Speed light is different. But it's mounted on top of the camera. That's what it's used for.
But speed light, a small speed light, let me grab a small speed light. Like a small speed like this is more powerful than this.
One burst.
Yes, but that's where I win you. If I plan my shot and I get the model or the bride and groom to pose exactly what I want, that one burst is $1 million, as Scott Robert would say, right? I got it.
So you get a 2 factor in there.
Yep.
One, you see how small this thing is? So you really need either umbrella softbox to make that up.
Yep.
So more handworks for you while in the wedding, carry more stuff.
Yes.
Secondly, your videographer might not like that.
My videographer hates this.
Exactly.
And I can't shoot when they shoot.
Have you heard about this dilemma that how wedding photographers and wedding always fight?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, we should be friends.
Exactly.
We really should be friends.
I think this could be a friendly product.
Share the light. You know, and speaking of which, I realized there's one thing that you didn't mention that actually this will be good at for photography. That's shooting shallow depth of field in bright light, right? Because I like to put ND filters on my lens because it looks cool to put like these sunglasses on the lens, but I have to because when it's too bright outside and I want to use the f1.2 to get the shallow depth of field, I can't because I'm limited to my sync speed.
Well, there's 2 ways you could do that. One is the high-speed sync, and also ND filters. Which, if you buy something with high-speed sync, either it's more expensive or it requires more for your flash to basically drag your power pretty much.
No, that's probably the ultimate thing. Like
your flash power will go really fast.
I don't even use high-speed sync, even though I know it's there, but I turn my head off to think that's not even an option because it drops the power off.
But with
so
this,
much.
Basically, I can open up my aperture as wide as I want and then just control with shutter speed.
Right. Yeah, you can shoot at 1/8,000.
1.4 or 0.95 nowadays.
Yeah. You know what? We should take this one outside and just play around with it because I think that's really cool because that dynamic of shooting bright light out there with getting shots at the field without an ND filter. That's so relieving.
Oh, we're gonna totally do that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you how to. I actually had this. I have a photo walk in WPPI just last month, and I have a photo walk. People have been playing with this. I have people just shooting with the iPhone next to me and still get amazing image.
Well, that's true because once you set up everything, the lighting's all dialed in. An iPhone is already a great camera, but if everything's lit perfectly, an iPhone will get great photos once it's lit properly with the LED. So there's one caveat with that, right? So if I'm a wedding photographer, and I like to have exclusive photos that the guests can't have. All right, okay, it does sound selfish, but
yeah, you're selfish.
I'm sorry, but that's one advantage I have, and it's a downhill battle. But you know, if I use this and I light up the bride and groom or the bride party perfectly, anyone can get a shot, and they'll post it on the day of. And if I take time to edit my photos, as any photographer will tell you, at least 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks out, by the time I deliver it, the bride and groom already got the shot with the iPhone. That looks great because a light like this gives them the perfect exposure.
You just opened a can of worms there, my friend.
Yes, we should share the light.
For once, you share the light. Secondly is, the lighting is not all about photography. So it's all about posing and also decisive moment as well.
Yeah.
Those 2 things that your your client's guest might not able to do because they're not professional like you are.
Yeah.
You know when to click a shutter. You know how to pose the subject.
Well,
they
but
don't.
they get the free posing, right?
Yeah, but they don't get angle. You know how sometimes when you shoot low,
Yes.
you got double chin fast, you got to shoot that wide angle to
All right.
get that present look, right?
Okay, good point. I lost that battle. I'll share the light. I think there's a lot of benefits with this light. I think you hit on a lot of good points. What you see is what you get, the refresh rate, the waterproof, the size, the built-in battery.
Did I mention learning curve? You don't have to learn it.
Well, that's what you see. What you see is what you get, right? Yeah, I mean, like with Flash, you gotta know your setting because you can't just test. Oop, nope, test. Oop, nope, too bright. Oop, nope, too hot, too shot. You can't. You gotta test a lot. And as a pro, and you know, Scott Robert used to give me those little card of like the index of how much flash power, but it depends on how close it is to the subject and where it's positioned and your camera setting too. So you do have to test a lot. So I'm proud of it that I learned how to use a flash and know how to dial it in and get it right within maybe three tries. But
well,
yes, what you
both
see is what you
has
get.
its own need. Their
Right.
flash and constant light.
Right.
We just have to choose a weapon for our bottle.
Right.
Depends on who are we fighting.
Yeah. So again, you got all those pros going for you. The negatives I would say is the power is a little bit limited and it's a little bit more pricey.
I think one thing I like about the constant light is that because it's so easy to use, you spend less time to set up.
It is. It is.
When you're shooting with, if you're doing pro
Yeah.
model, they wait for you.
Yeah.
But you're shooting wedding or engagement,
yes.
the client don't know what you're doing.
Yes.
If you have downtime, lag time, you're not talking, you set up your lighting,
Yes.
they're just standing there like, oh, what am I doing?
You lose
know?
credibility.
Exactly.
You lose credibility.
You need to act like, not act like, you need to let them know that you're constantly doing something and speed it up.
Yes. Yeah.
They're paying customers.
Yeah. When I shoot with Flash, the one thing that I get out of satisfaction and brings back my credibility is I'll set it up, I'll take 5 test shots until I get it right, and then I'll flip the screen around and say, check that out, and I'll get the wow, right? That's my satisfaction, that's my credibility. But again, if you have this, you don't need that because you can just dial it in. You see what you get what you see, and you
I got
shoot it.
someone actually told me that, well, that's why you need a pro to be a photographer. But to be honest, everybody starts somewhere, right?
Right.
You start somewhere. And then you ever heard the term fake it till you make it?
Yeah.
You can fake it with this.
Well, you make it with this too.
And that's why.
You don't need to really fake it. You just set up and shoot. But again, you got to be close to your subject because the power is limited, especially in bright sun, and it's a little bit costly. But let's take it out. Let's take it out.
We'll give it a try,
right.
definitely.
I mean, there's a lot of pros, and we already went over the pros and cons many times. I think it's always the right tool for the right case, and this is a tool that I would like to have in my toolbox. It's just nice to have. It's nice to have flash, and it's nice to have constant light. So where can we get one of these?
Well, if you like this product or you want to check it out, check out the link below. There may be a coupon code for you for getting a discount.
Oh, sounds good. Well, we're going to check out this light in a real live shoot, and we'll post it. So make sure you guys follow us for that video. And of course, if you haven't liked this video by now, make sure you hit that like. And if you haven't, subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to Pixel Stabbers. That's what we are. And until next time,
Until next time.
we'll see ya.